America now sees themselves as, like what Trump says, the hottest country on the planet. And without them, the entire earth or the entire universe will crumble. In general society, if you're diplomatic, you are nice. You know how to convey things politely, courteously, kindly. Now, what the hell does it mean to be a diplomat? So let's say if you read another article with an email interview that says, 𝗪𝗲𝗻 charm and mercurial nature play an important role in making Terrence's internet miracle possible. You'll be okay,
I mean, good for you.
Only thing about the name, the Kallang, that's where I feel like it's a bit weird.
Why?
Old Trafford, Wembley, it's not the Wembley. It's not the Old Trafford.
Yeah.
The Kallang. I mean, it feels like a condo.
I think people online have been making fun of things, saying that, they would have named it 𝗓apostrophe Kallang or something like that.
Kallang, that one not bad.
Kallang.
Sounds like declutter or something. Are you thinking of renewing your car insurance soon? Perfect, because I've got a tip just for you. If you're a safe driver, DirectAsia might be just the thing you're looking for. Because firstly, they reward safe driving. In fact, they're the only insurer in Singapore that gives you up to 60% off your premium if you've had a no claims discount, also known as NCD 50, for 5 years straight. Secondly, their coverage is fully customizable. If you want 24-hour breakdown assistance, just add it in. Don't want it? Just leave it out. Everything's done online, super quick and hassle-free. And if you sign up for comprehensive car insurance now, you'll get $150 in 𝗍𝗵𝗘 vouchers. This offer is for a limited time only, so now's a great time to switch. Just head to DirectAsia.com today and see how much you could save. The link is in the show notes. And now, on to the podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Yala, your thrice weekly podcast where we talk about the hottest news with a touch of what, Terrence?
Good old humor.
Good old humor, man.
Yeah.
It's December.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Last
final month, yeah.
Winding down for a year, man.
Winding down, I mean, not really lah.
Wow, never felt so busy before.
Yeah, because what is happening tonight, Terrence?
Tonight we are embarking on our trip, our first 𝗟𝗑 road trip to the UK, the United Kingdom. Woohoo!
To London. London, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to be there till the 7th. It's going to be super interesting, but the thing that we have posted is that while we're there, we're going to be doing an actual live podcast recording for a very intimate group.
Yeah.
And it's going to be happening on Saturday, 6th December, 3 to 5 p.m. at a location somewhere in Westminster, London.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, there are very limited slots available. So, if you are going to be in London or if you are based in London and you would like to join us, you can go to our Instagram and just leave a comment on the Instagram post with the details. Because we will need to select a winner. So, you can tell us why we should select you.
Yeah.
If you're not in London, I mean, you can still comment lah, but just give us more work to do lah.
Yeah. But I mean, we will be recording that episode literally as something that we release on 𝗟𝗑 as well.
Oh yeah.
So don't fret if you can't make it to London for that particular recording.
Correct.
It's just that you won't be able to see us in the flesh.
Yeah, it'll be a regular episode where we talk about local news. So we'll basically be two people we'll be foreign interference lah.
Yeah. But we'll stay in our lane. Don't worry.
Correct. We'll be Singaporeans abroad talking about Singapore.
Yeah.
But exciting.
So what's the biggest thing that you need to prep before you go?
I guess just packing, which I haven't done yet. And making sure, because, I mean, it's not going to be a recreational trip. It's going to be a work trip.
Yeah.
We are going to be doing some pretty cool shit that we're going to be sharing on social media. So, more like stuff that make sure we got all the bases covered.
Yeah, I think the weather is probably the big one for me, right? Because I think if we're going to be outside, filming stuff, or even recording podcasts outside as well. Yeah. It's going to be very different from here in Singapore.
I mean, because, we did say we want to record like how we did during GE, right?
Yeah.
Then when we asked someone who will be meeting, what's the temperature like? What is it? Maybe -5?
Yeah. Single digits.
Single digit, yeah. We might be watching a football game with someone who has been on his podcast before. But interesting times.
Be exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll be sharing a lot of content. It'll be just like GE, except it's nothing to do with politics, but we'll be abroad sharing a lot of Instagram stories, reels, TikTok videos, whatever. So remember to follow us to, stay on track.
And we'll still be releasing 3 episodes a week of this podcast. So we're not taking a break by any means. In fact, if anything, it's creating more content that you probably have to follow us on Instagram and everything to be up to date with exactly what we're doing. Right?
And we'll still be recording video. We just don't know where we'll be recording.
I don't know how, and that's I mean, that's part of the challenge of packing also. It's going to be like,
it might be in the hotel room, in the hotel lobby, in a random corridor.
The random corridor.
So pretty exciting lah.
Yeah.
Cool. But how was your weekend otherwise, man?
Good, good. It was a pretty busy weekend. Played a little bit of pickleball, but not in a community court lah. So
metal nets or cloth nets?
Like normal nets, but definitely can see the tension between tennis and pickleball going on lah. Like the morning there's like tennis lessons before they pull in the pickleball nets and everything.
Oh, so it's on a tennis court?
It's on a tennis court, yeah.
But then the lines are?
So yeah, they draw extra lines for pickleball, and then they just pull in like these like nets on wheels lah. So yeah, it's those people doing the tennis lessons, they have to get them out of the way early in the morning. Then after that, the pickleball, the social players come in and do their thing.
But you played quite early, at 8 a.m. So there were tennis lessons before that.
6 o'clock starts already.
Oh shit! Or they probably walk off thinking, look at this asshole. That used to be our slot.
Yeah, it used to be the tennis player slots.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, okay lah. It's a very accessible game, so I can understand the appeal. Yeah,
you're drinking the pickleball Kool-Aid already.
Yeah, I mean, it's drinking the 40+-year-old. What new sport can you pick up without like injuring yourself? Right? That's the Kool-Aid I'm drinking.
Correct. But yeah.
Yourself?
Myself, we some family stuff. Went out with my kid for just a lot of as much outdoor stuff as possible. Walking and just seeing a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But didn't go to any attractions. Always at Monday, I come like, what did I do this weekend? It was busy, but just someone's wedding. Someone got married Saturday. That's what I was thinking. What the hell did I do?
What an insignificant event such that you couldn't even remember it aside from taking a walk outside.
Yeah. So Saturday first half was at a wedding. And I mean, weddings always nice lah.
Yeah.
And now I realize, right, back then when maybe I was single and horny and all, like, and not getting anything, when I go to weddings, right, part of me will be like, all these people in love. But now I get emotional at weddings, man.
Really?
Yeah, in a good way lah.
Why?
I don't know, it's just like, people found each other and like everyone's generally, of course there might be a lot of drama underneath the surface. But when I see them and then the parents all getting emotional, I also feel like, oh.
Why? What changed? What changed between being, single and anything versus?
I think maybe the realization that finding someone that you can click with and all is not easy. Relationships are not easy. Yeah. And if like there's some semblance of like, okay, you guys found each other and things seem to be working, that's good lah.
So there's a lot of projection of your own emotions lah.
But that's what emotions are. Like people react to different things because it might have different resonance or relation to them.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying you're projecting that.
How is that projecting?
The process of realizing that process of how difficult it was, and you see it in another couple, then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, now I can empathize better and everything lah.
But that's not projecting. Projecting got a very negative connotation.
Why is it so sensitive?
No, because you always do this kind of stupid nonsense. You want to describe something, you'll find the most negative word
it's
way
not
of describing it.
No, you finally can empathize with normal human beings.
Yes, I empathize.
You can empathize with normal
but you don't
people.
project. You don't go to a poor person and say, like I project myself on you. I can feel your pain and all.
Okay.
I can. It's just nice lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but the last time you used to be very irritated with all the ang pao and everything.
Oh yeah,
Are you
I
still
am.
Okay. So still the Grinch lah. You're still the Grinch.
No. Because now also weddings don't happen that often once you're in your 40s. At one point, I think early 30s. Every
too many. Yeah.
fucking month got like 2 weddings.
Yeah.
And all this market rate nonsense shit.
Yeah.
So then I was irritated lah.
Yeah.
But now I'm lovely.
Okay. Yeah. Finding a nice companion who actually feels for the couple and not just worries about how he feels. Yeah.
No, there's still that lah.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was nice lah. Nice. Yeah.
End of the year lah. Everyone's in a better mood, right? I suppose.
Yeah, man. Oh, and one final plug. What is that you have on your head, Terrence?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. It feels so comfortable that it just just wearing it and not thinking about it. But for those listening, I'm literally wearing our new 𝗟𝗏 merchandise, which is the cap, one of the caps we have on. This is a prototype. It's not the final.
Yeah.
But yeah, even for me with my giant ass head, I can still fit into one.
It really is quite giant. Really cool.
Yeah. So we're open for all sizes, right?
Yeah,
different types of people and all. Yeah.
So we have a beige cap or a black cap. We have a T-shirt for men and women. We have a sticker pack. We have a Christmas bundle where you get all three for a discount, and you can find everything at 𝗷𝗵𝗕𝗏.com.
Yeah.
Sales was supposed to end 30th November, but because we've still been getting requests and all, so we're extending it to 4th December.
Yeah.
So by 2359 hours, 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, 4th December, sales is still available.
Yep.
And you will get it by Christmas, confirm. So check it out. The link is in the show notes. And yeah, hopefully, I'm looking forward to the time when I'm just walking about day-to-day life and I see someone wearing 𝗷𝗵 merch, right?
Yeah.
I'll get emotional because I'm projecting on them.
Yeah. I'm going to wear this in London, I think. Definitely. Yeah. So maybe if you see us wearing it also,
come say hi, man.
Yeah, help you spot us as well.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
But yeah, speaking of going overseas and everything, we have a guest from overseas now in Singapore. But he said something that did rile a few feathers, right?
Yeah. And he's officially based in Singapore now. And that is none other than the US ambassador to Singapore, Dr. Anjani Sinha, who was sworn in recently as the official ambassador. And he said in an email interview with the Straits Times that over many decades, American taxpayers and service members have underwritten regional security, playing an important role in making Singapore's economic miracle possible. Now we are asking our friends to help us rebalance the economy. That's the framework, and I'm confident the US-Singapore business and economic relationship will continue to grow. So basically, a lot of the titles of the articles, they framed it as the US helped with the Singapore miracle. Now it's calling in the favor. Yeah. Says Trump's new envoy, Anjani Sinha. So, when you see this, do you feel a urge to, get on your knees and thank the heavens for the US?
Everyone was kind of waiting for this new ambassador to start, right? Because I think he had a very bad run initially when he was being confirmed by the US authorities, right? And he answered some questions he didn't answer questions correctly about Singapore, the region and all. So everyone's kind of waiting, to see how this guy would fare. And he didn't disappoint. I think his first statement already, it seems like has gotten people a little bit riled up, right? But for you, was this in line with what you expected from Dr. Anjani Sinha?
Just basically of the whole Trump administration. It's that same thing that maybe it went away for a few years, or maybe it was a little more subtle. It's the feeling that America now sees themselves as like what Trump says, the hottest country on the planet. And without them, the entire earth or the entire universe will crumble. Because you sometimes meet individuals who are like that.
Yeah.
Not just Americans. The main character energy.
Yeah.
And...
What, main character energy? It's isn't it very Gen Z?
Well, I'm moving with the times, man. But I think for a while that American kind of that stereotype that, Americans only think about themselves, it went away for a bit, but now it's back with reinforcements.
Yeah.
So reading this, I was like, okay, you all think you all God's gift to mankind. Not surprising.
Yeah. But initially that was my reaction also, reading the headline and seeing the Straits Times article. But then after reading the actual content of what he said, I did feel that this headline of this article played up what he said a little bit more than needed. Added salt and pepper to, generally quite I wouldn't even call it incendiary, but it was a self-serving statement, right? Yeah. But this added salt and pepper to it. And I say this because, the idea of calling in the favor, right, was not literally something that I think he wrote, right? It wasn't something that he was quoted as writing the email. That was the headline and the article itself. That's what it said, but essentially, when he was offering an explanation of how the 10% tariff on Singapore made sense, right? And how it aligns with the US-Singapore relationship. So he was it's kind of like referring to something that has already been implemented, right? The 10% tariff. And I didn't, after reading what he actually said, I didn't feel it was as incendiary as what the headline was suggesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
because he didn't even say calling in a favor.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah. The US help with the economic miracle is also Singapore miracle is also a bridge. What he actually said is that American taxpayers and service members have underwritten regional security, playing an important role in making Singapore's economic miracle possible.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you look in the history of the US, I mean, they've been a global power for damn long.
Yeah.
They've definitely influenced a lot of countries' development. So, yeah, I also wouldn't disagree that, okay, they've been very influential. But maybe it's just, how you say, a little too explicitly taking credit.
I mean, I mean, that statement that he made, I think you can, break it down like, yes, the Americans have underwritten regional security.
And because they have bases everywhere.
Yeah, they have bases everywhere, correct. And yes, they have played a role in making Singapore's economic miracle possible.
They deployed the nuclear bombs that somewhat ended World War II.
Yeah. So, I mean, but a 1% role versus a 30% role versus 50% role also it's a role, right? A lot of our regional partners have played a role in making all this possible, because Singapore also dependent on trade as well, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's just the way it's framed such that it's like you know, like, oh, you see, we help you so much, and now it's time to help us. That feels a bit, as a diplomat, I feel it's a bit almost maybe a little bit amateurish, the way it's framed like that. Because at the end of the day, yes, the US underwrote national regional security, but it also had benefits for the US as well, right?
Yeah.
The presence of the bases and the Navy here and everything, it's there's also benefits for them, right? And I mean, Singapore is, as a trade partner to the US, we have a trade surplus with them and all. So there are benefits for the US in that whole relationship. So as opposed to framing it like, you see, we helped you so much, so now it's now you also need to help us, right? I felt that was a bit of lack of nuance as a diplomat.
But then, like, that would be my first reaction. But in these new rules of diplomacy, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know whether that's amateurish. You look at how so many countries are kowtowing to the US, even though they sometimes behave like assholes. And it feels like they are getting their way a lot of times. So in some sense, him saying, calling in a favor, we're asking our friends to help us rebalance the economy. In some way, there's a veiled threat. Like, you don't want to play ball? Okay, we hit you with tariff. So hard to say whether it's amateurish, because I don't even know what it means to be a diplomat anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Last time, I mean, the crux of the word diplomacy, which most people understand, even though 𝗵𝗵 when he came on, he said diplomacy is not about being nice, But in general society, if you're diplomatic, you are nice. You know how to convey things politely, courteously, kindly. Now, what the hell does it mean to be a diplomat?
Yeah, correct.
It's just very, very Machiavellian, very, very, very mercenary, very like, okay, I did this for you, so you do it back for me.
Yeah, I think, well, one thing to note at this point is that I think his appointment as an ambassador to Singapore, it does signify that Singapore might have a more important role, right, to the US than it was previously. Because previously, before him, it was we just had a charge d'affaires, right, which is, I think, a level below an ambassador.
How you pronounce it?
Charge d'affaires.
Charge d'affaires. And for context, you actually studied French.
Yes. But I don't know whether this is that's the exact way to say it, or maybe there's a more specific way to say it, in diplomacy or something. But the charge d'affaires is the head of a diplomatic mission in the absence of an ambassador. So it's like the interim boss, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the fact that now there is a dedicated ambassador, and to his credit, right, he seems to be good friends with Trump. A golf buddy and like his orthopedic surgeon for Trump's son. Means he probably has the ear of the president of the US, right? Yeah. And if anything, his presence here and the fact that we literally have that ambassador now shows that Singapore has a bigger role to play in what the US sees its role in Asia to be. Right?
Yeah, but if you go online on Reddit, wow, everybody's shitting on him, hating him, and saying, like, okay, you want to shit on him? Okay, so he hasn't proved his worth yet. He's actually based in Singapore now. He's the official ambassador. I mean, during his grilling, I think he also mentioned that he can be good friends with 𝗵𝗵 𝗟𝗵 because both of them went to
doctors. They're both doctors.
Yeah, both doctors. But I mean, when I see comments now like, oh, the US is screwing everything up and all. Now, I don't know. I don't support the way Trump conducts like his administration and all, but it feels like they're getting their way in a lot of things. So I don't know, you can argue that this is like, a terrible appointee, but I think it fits with the message that the Trump administration is sending out like that is very transactional. You all must worship the US. If not, you all are screwed. If not, tariffs. So that's where it feels like, I'm just curious how this will go. Now he's in Singapore, we should try and get him on the podcast.
Yeah. But I mean, that's where I think whether it was 𝗵𝗵 or even other commentators who have said that we shouldn't shit on their choice of ambassador. If we know that they work in this transactional way, right? The US politics now is really this transactional relationships that are built up between countries. If so, then, someone who has the ear of the president or plays golf with him could potentially be much beneficial for Singapore, right? Because Singapore, for better or worse, we don't do business that way. We sent 𝗏𝗵𝗃 with a whole team of people to the US to try and arrange a meeting, which didn't happen apparently the last time 𝗏𝗏𝗃 tried. But maybe this ambassador has his way of Trump or knows how to get that conversation with Trump going, right? Yeah. And if that could be to the benefit of Singapore, especially because he's based here and he lives here now, apparently, then maybe that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, but does it make you sad? Like, this is how international politics is done now. It's not like, like whatever we understand diplomacy to be, people to be compassionate and empathetic and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. It's just the way the world is now. Yeah. And we those are the cards that we're dealt with, and we kind of got to play with them to our advantage. I think that's the most important thing, right? I mean, last week we saw what happened when 𝗏𝗏 spoke up about the Japan-China relations and all. Yeah. It's almost impossible not to step on somebody's tail at this moment, right? And but if we've got one of these powers, one of the people in our backyard, right? And just better understanding the situation here and all, I think that can't be a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's like when life gives you lemons, right? Yeah. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, but he did also react to. I mean, this email interview. I just hope it's done more interviews in person. But he said, reacting to the criticism he got for his shitty answers when he was grilled in Senate and his lack of diplomatic experience. He says, my friends and I have smiled over that moment often over the past few months. Adding that he's a lifelong learner and a team of experts by his side at the US Embassy. But I mean, purely speculative, like his friends. Who do you think his friends are, Terence?
Good question.
𝗵𝗵 𝗟𝗵.
Don't know. Other doctors, maybe. Yeah.
All smiles,
yeah.
That kind of comment is where it gets annoying. Smiled over the moment. Yeah. And the other thing I don't understand was also, you can read it on Yahoo, which was who reproduced it with permission from Straits Times. But on Straits Times, it was only for subscribers. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, a topic of national importance.
Yeah. But I mean, even the fact that we are having an email interview with the US ambassador to Singapore, it's a step up from what it was. Because I think the US ambassador, I can recognize the previous one, the 𝗤𝗫 𝗫𝗫, his name doesn't even come to mind. Right. Yeah. And he was not the most prominent. I think he got into some controversy or something.
Yeah, he said something, right? I can't remember what exactly. But that was a while back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's the world that we live in today, where politics are a bit more transactional. Yeah. If anything, it's a reminder that in Singapore we do need to look out for our own interests, and like similar to that 𝗏𝗏 𝗟𝗵 episode last week where we talked about, it will also need to be quite mindful of what we're also saying about our neighbors, about conflicts or disagreements between our neighbors, because Singapore's role is not as we're not as small state. Nobody cares about us as we might think, right? There is a strategic importance in Singapore's role in Southeast Asia. Yeah.
So then going back to the statement about, the US, taking credit for the Singapore miracle. So basically you're not cheesed off at what he said. Even the full extent of it, American taxpayers and service members have unwritten regional security playing an important role.
I mean, you don't like it, but at the same time, as a small state, we're a price taker, right? They can, in fact, sometimes if you can let them think what they want, right? And you see that a lot in how countries have interacted with Trump. And the kind of gifts that they give to him when he visits the countries, like golden things and all that, gold-plated items and gold-plated trophies and things like that. What does that mean for people to give a gold-plated trophy, for example, to Trump? But they do it because there's importance in that symbolism, right? And then you realize that it's just a game that all of them are playing also. And in some ways, Singapore, people, you can say what you want, but ultimately it's like what it comes down to, like what you actually sign in black and white, the numbers and everything. And that's more important. The fact that if we can get the meeting, going, I think that's more important than what is said to the media and things like that. Yeah.
So let's say you read another article with an email interview that says, 𝗪𝗲𝗻's charm and mercurial nature play an important role in making Terrence's internet miracle possible. You'll be okay?
I mean, good for you. You go, girl. Yeah.
I'll just interview myself. What role did I play in Terrence's life? Yeah.
I mean, you also can't deny that America has a very big role in the region, right? And if they want to play up their own importance in Singapore's economic miracle, then feel free, But you yourself as Singapore, you should be aware of your own self-worth. You don't have to. In fact, that's the irony of it, right? You don't need to look to the bigger powers to tell you what you're worth. You already know what you're worth.
Yeah.
So they can say or think what they want. You just carry on with your job.
But that's why I was surprised already. People were saying, how dare he call Singapore a miracle? How hard the forefathers worked and all that, the founding fathers. Then I'm like, but Singapore, we have accepted the fact that we are pretty miraculous, right? So that's why I was very surprised by how angry people were that he was saying stuff like this. Because I mean, like any global superpower will have an important role in a lot of countries' lives, but like what you say, 1% help versus 50% help, different.
Yeah.
But I read this, I'm like, okay, this is just the Trump administration at work.
Yeah. And his friends, right?
His friends.
That's how they deal with things.
But it would be cool to get him on the podcast.
It will. I do want to talk to someone like him and really understand how politics works.
Some more his name Anjani and Tilani.
Cindy, is it? Cindy?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Okay.
I don't think so. Because...
And remind me again, how do you know?
Because normally for Cindy's, the last name either ends with Ani, A-N-I, or a 𝗏, M-A-L.
Anjani?
But that's his name.
Oh, first name.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I mean, so anyone who's curious, right, like our ex-employee last time came up with this thing when I told him the same thing. Cindy last names end with Ani or M-A-L. He says, so Cindy's animals. So that's one key of identifying a Cindy. If they're an animal, right, either last name end with Ani or M-A-L, right, chances are they are Cindy.
But
like
you wouldn't
Budrani.
But there will be no Anjani Tilani. Like nobody does.
No, technically
you double barrel the Ani.
Double barrel the Ani. What? Super Cindy. Super Cindy.
So you wouldn't do that, right? It would be kind of strange.
But the first name is a bit more leeway to name. Yeah, you can. You can. If you wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah. And I mean, typically by right, like, let's say my kid, the first name, the middle name is my first nname, which is very weird. So we didn't follow that. But technically, if someone was Anjani Tilani and then he had a kid who wanted to name it like Mamdani, so it's Mamdani Anjani Tilani.
Whoa. Inception, Aniception.
Ani cube, man. Ooh, yeah. But I don't think he's Cindy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, lost that connection there.
But still, I mean, Ani power lah.
Ani power.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. 𝗪𝗏 and I just saw something shocking. Now, apparently, over 60% of viewers of this channel are not even officially subscribed. This has to be a mistake, right? We know you're out there because so many have come up to tell us how much the podcast means to them. So, how can we fix this? Do us a big favor and hit that subscribe button. It will mean a lot to us, and it's awesome to know that the 𝗍𝗏 community is only getting stronger every day. Thanks for listening. I mean...
Interesting.
Interesting. Every time we talk about names, it's so interesting, right? But now we also got another episode in Singapore where coming out with a new name has been proven to be quite controversial as well, right? And where is this place that has a new name now?
It is the Singapore Sports Hub, which has been renamed as of November 28th when the Kallang group, Kallang Alive Sports Management, or what used to be known as previously as the Kallang Alive Sports Management, issued a press release that the whole area in Kallang, which is, National Stadium, Sports Hub and all, has been renamed from the Sports Hub to the Kallang.
The Kallang.
The Kallang. And the company itself is now going to be known as Kallang Group.
Yeah.
The Kallang Group. So previously, Kallang Alive Sports Management, KASM, that oversaw Sports Hub, National Stadium and all that, now is the Kallang Group overseeing the Kallang.
Yeah. And it's more than just a rebranding, right? I think overall they're also going to revamp and renovate a lot of parts of whether it's Kallang Wave Mall or, more facilities.
But wasn't that part of what Lawrence Wong said during NDR last year already?
Yeah, maybe. But maybe this one in more granular detail. Specifically, there are parts of Kallang Wave Mall that I'm a bit sad they're going to be
like
changing.
What? Like which one?
I think you look at the CNA article, they say that the water play
splash and surf
area above on the third floor of Kallang Wave Mall, which was like one of those hidden gems.
It's actually very rustic.
Very rustic and free for kids to play. And then there's a little wave pool around as well. But yeah, that's going to be revamped. I don't know what's going to come out from that revamp, and I don't know whether they'll start charging more money for it or anything.
It'll be revamped into an enhanced playscape for children of all ages. Yeah, immediately you're thinking you're going to pay.
You have to
enhanced playscape.
But yeah, so I mean, it's more than just like on the surface kind of rebranding, right? It seems quite they're going into the DNA, and to that end, they've rebranded on the new website, which is literally the kallang.com.sg. It's like the days are, I mean, maybe few people know, but older millennials definitely know. Like Facebook.com at one point was the Facebook.com. And then one day they make this huge decision to just cut the right? And just became Facebook.com. But so I'm quite funny when I see the kallang.com.sg, but it's very specifically the Kallang. So they also have rebranded on their social media as well. A new logo there as well, with a K-shaped kind of logo. And what else? What have you seen that has surprised you about this rebranding?
I mean, it came out of nowhere because sometimes when malls are rebranded, there's like a way to get people involved and submit suggestions and all. This one was clear. We're just going to decide, and it's going to be called the Kallang their Instagram page also. In fact, their Instagram page for SG Sports Hub, I think they deleted all the old stuff.
Yeah, everything old is gone.
Yeah, it's now the Kallang.
Yeah.
And they did a very old school grid thing where if it's all in line, it looks like a picture. The moment got new posts, everything's fucked.
That's such a headache for social media
They
managers.
have to wait for 4 more posts before it lines up again.
But maybe it's just temporary that they're doing this.
Yeah, but a bit weird. So I mean, like the name, at first I was like, okay, like the Kallang. Actually, what does Kallang mean? But apparently there's no real history apart from the fact that even looking wherever I could find, the earliest mention of something that sounds remotely like Kallang, which is the area of Kallang, appeared in the 1830 survey map of Singapore, and it was went by the name was Kelang. Then by 1838, the place was spelled as Kelang. Then Kallang started being used in 1842. And then the Chinese and Tamil names for Kallang are what and what respectively, and they are just transliterations of the English name, English Malay name. So doesn't seem like the etymology of the word also has a lot of meaning. So I was thinking the name the Kallang. Like, what do you feel about the name the Kallang? You think it's even necessary?
I think definitely there was something felt lost, right? When the National Stadium, the old National Stadium was demolished, and subsequently everything was renamed as generally we just call it the Sports Hub, right? Or Singapore Sports Hub. But from my understanding now, it's it's back to being called the National Stadium, right? We call it the National Stadium at the Singapore Sports Hub, if anything. So it's just that element of the Singapore Sports Hub is being renamed to the Kallang. So it'll still be the National Stadium at the Kallang, which is nice because I think it's a recognition of the history of the place as well. I mean, the Kallang, it kind of situates it to the place, and it sounds much less generic than Singapore Sports Hub, right? It's a bit like Singapore Sports Hub doesn't tell you where the place is, but at least the Kallang, you know that, okay, it's in the Kallang area, right? And it's a more unique name, I think, it's something that all the famous stadiums, football stadiums in the world, they have that unique name that, over time people become familiar with, whether it's Camp Nou or
Wembley,
Highbury, or things like that. Yeah, Old Trafford. Even though those are not words that roll off your tongue, but over time, because of the history associated with it, everyone just says it, and everyone just kind of knows where it is, So I guess going back to those roots of like Kallang Stadium and all that, it's kind of a recognition of the history of the sports that have happened there as well. But I mean, when you see the name and you read people's reactions online, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I think a lot of people are shitting on it and saying, what a stupid name, what a stupid rebrand and all. But then at first I also was like, is this necessary? But then I do think that having a name that is not tied to sports is a good thing. Because you imagine the sports hub. I don't know how people who maybe are not into sports feel. I mean, right now, I think people already understand National Stadium and all. But a sports hub, it felt like it kind of doesn't capture everything that this whole area is supposed to be. Because I remember watching the NDR in 2025, which is when Lawrence Wong mentioned it. It felt like, hey, shit, it's going to be quite exciting. It's going to have a very sports leaning focus with Institute of Sports and all that. And I think the sports school is going to be combined and all. And if you look at the list of facilities, they all are very sports focused. But some sort of name that oversees all that, I think is actually a good thing. Only thing about the name, the Kallang, that's where I feel like it's a bit weird.
Why?
Because like everything you said about the stadium, right? Camp Nou, the Old Trafford, Wembley, it's not the Wembley. It's not the Old Trafford.
Yeah.
The Kallang. I mean, it feels like a condo.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would prefer that they just call it the Kallang, as opposed to name it after like a corporate sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
In US, like all the stadiums, or even the UK also, like all the stadiums are
Crypto.com
like
Arena.
Crypto.com Arena.
It's terrible.
I hate that. That aspect I hate of it.
But this one got OCBC Aquatic Centre.
The Aquatic Centre, but the whole thing is the Kallang, which means it's not sponsored by one single entity or the OCBC Kallang or anything like that, right? That would be bad if they made it like a corporate sponsor.
But then a lot of names, okay, what are names of places in Singapore have a that can come, you can think of?
The
Esplanade.
The Esplanade, yeah. But it's not, also they don't use the in the website on it,
Is it not?
No, I don't think it's like theesplanade.com, right?
Then what else?
It's just esplanade.com. Esplanade Theatres on the Bay, that's what it's called. But yeah, I think maybe the building is called the building, the Esplanade.
It's called the Esplanade, right?
It's just Esplanade Theatres on the Bay. They don't really say the Esplanade. But what else? I think a lot of it are condominium names, condo names. I think people online have been making fun of things, saying that, they would have named it apostrophe Kallang or something like that.
Kallang, that one not bad.
Kallang.
Sounds like declutter or something. Isn't Cathay the Cathay?
Oh yes, it is the Cathay. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
But when you are telling people to meet, would you say meet at the Cathay or meet at Cathay?
Meet at Cathay, yeah.
Meet at Cathay, right?
Correct.
So people are just going to be meet at Kallang.
Yeah.
Then it feels like, it's a wasted opportunity. If it was anchored in something even a bit more colloquial or something, right, I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like, Camp Nou, you don't know what it means. 𝗍𝗵𝗄𝗏 in France. It's all the local language, right? And it feels like a bit lost.
A bit. The
Because can you say next time, hey, Terence, I meet you at Kallang.
Yeah.
You'll be like, okay, Kallang where? I like Kallang.
No, I still think it's okay to call it the Kallang. I think it's okay. But there is a larger logistical problem now. And to me, the bigger problem is that Kallang MRT station is not anywhere near the Kallang. It's quite a distance away. If you want to go to the Kallang, you have to go to Stadium. It's going to be that confusing for the tourists who want to, I'll not say very confusing, but they'll be worried that they take the wrong stop or the wrong line and everything. So this might necessitate a name change in MRT as well at some point.
Have any MRTs had a name change?
No, but I know for a fact that, for example, you want to go to Marina Bay Sands. I've had to direct tourists before who thought they have to go to Marina Bay MRT to go to Marina Bay Sands.
Yeah.
But actually, they should be going to Bayfront. Yeah. So I've had to actually direct them and tell them, you want to go in. And I think there are signs as well in the MRT. They say, if you want to go Marina Bay Sands, please go to Bayfront, which tells you it's a logistical problem, right? There are a lot of people are getting it wrong. And I think this is going to happen for Kallang as well, because the Kallang MRT, Kallang Wave Mall, where in Kallang especially, right? That's why I think maybe they should have consulted with the SMRT or LTA first.
Maybe it's in the works, because if you want to say Sports Hub is too sports focused, then Stadium MRT.
Stadium, yeah, exactly.
But Stadium can be a performance stadium.
Can, yeah. Stadium I think is okay. But I think the East-West line, the Kallang MRT, that one is a bit of is tricky now, right?
Then you got Kallang and Kallang.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but the Kallang, I don't know, man. It felt like, okay, so you can also argue that Kallang is colloquial enough, because I don't think it's an actual word.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you had like 10 seconds to count something, Kallang waterfront, that one them lame.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be nice to put something in front of the word Kallang, right? Kampong Kallang or something, something that
Kampong Kallang
denotes a community spirit.
Kalambong.
Yeah. Or they had the Cat 100 seats.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Kampong 100 or something, Kallang 100 or something
K100.
like that. Yeah, Kallang 100. My seats at Kallang 100, something like that. It's iconic, right?
Yeah, it's iconic.
It's hosted Taylor Swift, it's hosted Coldplay and all this. So yeah, for you, what do you want to put in front of it?
Kallang Kallang Wave. No, but that's where Wave Mall,
yeah.
Which was actually, on hindsight, Wave Mall quite kind of nice, Kallang Wave Mall.
The Raw is a good one as well.
The Raw
denotes something about the place.
Kallang, Raw at Kallang.
Yeah, Raw. But okay, the other one that they changed was Kallang Alive Sports Management. They changed to the Kallang Group. What do you think was the problem with Kallang Alive Sports Management?
But I mean, that one is just a name change of the company. Maybe it's just you can imagine all these branding exercises. They want to bring everything under one label. The Kallang Group sounds better than Kallang Alive Sports Management. Kallang Alive Sports Management sounds like an uncle and auntie sports shop. Or like some physio or something like that.
Yeah.
The Kallang Group, sounds like oof.
It's a big business.
Big business. But the Kallang, that one, not too hot on it.
Yeah. But I do see, looking at what they're trying to do and some of the mock-ups that they're doing, there's a lot of optimization around the national stadium that I think can be made. Case in point, I think when I went to watch, was it, I can't remember what concert it was. It was 𝗟𝗓𝗏 or something like that. And I want to watch that. When you're walking up towards the stadium, then the Kallang Wave Mall, there are some restaurants on the side, right? They actually fence up those areas so that people eating at the restaurants won't have access to won't be able to just jump into the line, right? So there's no queue cutting or whatever, if there's a very big crowd. But I saw very enterprising restaurants, I think it was Popeyes or something. They were selling Popeyes chicken through those fences, through those metal fences that they put there. And it was quite funny because it's they literally have a table and then they're selling boxes of chicken, and then you can use your your credit card to pay for it on the spot with a little thing. But they will hand you the food through the fence. And it felt so
dystopian.
Dystopian in a way, but also in some way quite charming, right? That people were finding all these workarounds around getting food into the people, selling food to the concert goers. So I don't know, but I'm sure they saw it. They've been seeing this at concerts. Then they're like, oh, there's a way to make this better. So you look at some of the mock-ups. They seem to be putting nicer restaurants and everything along the side with outdoor seating that maybe can make better use of the space.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, right now, I mean, I kind of like that the way the Kallang area is not the most optimized.
Yeah. Oh, you like? Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
if it's too optimized, if it becomes like a boardwalk with all these kind of restaurants, then I feel like, shit. Because now you go there for a run or something, you just see people playing like beach volleyball, running around the fountains.
Yeah.
Just chill, chill.
Yeah.
So now, if it's going to be like, wow, shiny, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think they are trying to optimize it as much as possible.
Yeah. The one benefit of the name is that apparently now there's a Kallang Pass. So it's called the Kallang Pass.
The Kallang Pass. Oh, there's Culture Pass now, Kallang Pass.
The Kallang Pass. Yeah. Kallang Group, Kallang Pass.
Wow, Kallang Pass.
Kallang. Well, I mean, this is still quite far from the other derogatory word that sounds a bit like Kallang. So I don't think that will come into play at all. But the Kallang.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I think it's one of those things that now people are like reacting to it, but over time probably they'll just settle into it and figure out. And find out that, actually it's not a bad thing to reflect a little bit of the heritage.
And I guess when, talking to people like 𝗍𝗍, you're going to perform at the Sports Hub.
Yeah.
Whereas the Kallang.
The Kallang.
Oh my God, what's the Kallang?
What's the Kallang like,
It's a place where, like, as what they say, the Kallang has always come to unite people.
Yeah, but do you feel like the word hub, everything hub, has it like gone out of fashion in recent years?
No, I think it's a functional name. So the Kallang encompassing, sports hub, tennis hub, that one, okay, it's very functional.
It's functional. That's why I'm saying that as a name is there's nothing romantic about it.
You call hub this, center sounds better.
Center.
Or what else? Nucleus.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, like in the 90s or 2000s, because everyone was like getting email or internet, then everything was this place at. The at sign was literally the names of places. That has completely gone out of fashion, thankfully. But I think hub also is one of those that at one point everything needed to be a hub, aerospace hub, aviation hub.
Correct, yeah.
Right. Now it's
the word isn't nice, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Hub.
Yeah, hub. So Sports Hub probably has run its course already.
Sports Hub.
Yeah.
Sports Hub. Indoor stadium, OCBC Aquatic Center, tennis hub, football hub.
Yeah.
But I mean, interesting to see what happens with the train stations, but I don't think it'll change. Because I mean, if they never change for MBS,
that's true.
They won't change for anything.
And they just need to improve the signage in the train stations to make sure people don't make that mistake.
The Kallang.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
So speaking of all these like changes that people are making, right? What are some of your One Shiok comments that might have, changed your perspective for the better or made you think of things differently?
There was one. I mean, basically, I think a lot of people are just loving the fact that Gavin was hired as put in place as the national head coach. And there was one comment on Reddit about that the last podcast by 𝗍𝗵 pertaining to Ҳарish's and many fellow Singaporeans, One Shiok Thing, quote of the day, something Gavin Lee said during the press conference on Friday. Me sitting here today is a consequence of hard work of many. I don't think any phrase has ever been sealed so deep in my brain that is like a jingle. Really, really glad he's been given a job. It gives the rest of us some hope to cling on to. And I would urge everybody to go watch like the press conferences, not just of Gavin Lee, but also Forrest Lee, talk about football. Because, I mean, Gavin Lee, you can understand why he's such a likable guy.
Yeah.
He really gave credit to everyone around him. Forrest Lee said the 2 million bonus came from his pocket, which is insane. Maybe he didn't intend to have to dip into his own pocket, but the fact that he can say it publicly and then have the funds to be like, you know what, no one wants to come forward, okay, fine, I'll do it this time, but I hope more people can care in future. Then I'm like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Because as much as people have passion and all, in a country like Singapore, money talks. So just that comment, I was like, wow, a lot of people loving it.
It's not just Forrest Lee. I think the head of football or vice head of football at FAS also gave like
That's wrong, is it?
Yeah. Gave a very detailed breakdown of why they chose Gavin, which I appreciated listening to, because there's a lot of, I mean, even in his own speech, he referenced Gavin as a boy or young man or something like that, right? Which is like, no, now we got to call him man, right? So there'll be a lot of detractors who say that he doesn't have experience and age and everything. So I appreciated that they actually went into the details of how they thought through that whole process, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it's damn transparent.
Yeah.
And even Forrestly saying something like, selecting Gavin is a choice of heart as opposed to head.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, wow, that's a very honest take on it. But yeah, it was just good very exciting very exciting. Then got that, then the Kallang and all. Singapore.
Everything going back to the roots, Singapore roots. And the fact that he took the MRT to the press conference. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching, I just finished Ted Lasso right now in the lead up to, going to the UK. And it's basically about an American football coach who goes to coach a Premier League team. And I mean, just how the main theme there is how bringing together the team does more than any kind of tactics or skill development or something. I feel like Gavin, just a likable guy.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember if I mentioned on the podcast, but before their match against India in Singapore, I think we were meeting with somebody nearby where they were staying. I was taking a bus home from there. So I was just sitting at the bus stop there. I saw these two buses turn out of the hotel. And in the front seat of that bus was Gavin. And he saw me on the bus stop. And then we had a moment, just waved hi. So I'm like, but it's nice to know that he also is a public transport kaki. He also takes public transport. Next time I see him on MRT, I also wave hi. Solid. Just a great thing for Singapore. Yeah, correct.
Cool. And what about you, man?
Someone, Internet Lurker 96 on a podcast said it, because I think you said it last week. Who said that this week is a slow news week for ST? And he said there was a certain fire in a certain special administrative region which 𝗖𝗑𝗵 could have easily covered if they really wanted to. Even Blue Cats by 𝗬𝗏 already jumped on it. So Harish, why do you not cover the big news?
It's your One Shiok Thing, man. Why don't you give your take?
I thought it was interesting that they talked about Blue Cats by 𝗬𝗏. In fact, I'm quite shocked at how fast Blue Cats by 𝗬𝗏 also publishes things, right? They have their take on everything. But for me, sometimes I'm talking about these things and disasters and natural disasters in Hong Kong, all that. In terms of the but, there's actually very little but yet until we find out more information and all. I feel it might be, we're sort of just a bit premature in talking about these kind of disasters and jumping on who's to blame and things like that, right? So sometimes I think 𝗖𝗑𝗵, we've always talked about, let's hear from both sides if possible. Yes, there's a big disaster happening, but there's probably going to be an investigation as well, and let's hear what happens there before we give our take on it, right?
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes it comes at the expense of even views, because if we did something about a Hong Kong fire, it's more searchable, it's more polarizing, it's more controversial potentially. But we always ask ourselves, if it's not debatable, then why are we covering it?
Yeah.
We are not just making a 3-minute explainer video or something, which is important. But what we do is different. So,
correct. But and what about your One Shiok Thing, man?
My One Shiok Thing is this Instagram page that I was shown recently by someone I met last week called Rebranded.fyi. Have you heard of them?
No.
So it's what they call themselves a data storytelling and illustration page, a visual exploration of life's ups and downs and everything in between. So it's Singapore-centric. And I mean, I came to know that this is actually run by our grandfather's story.
Oh, okay.
But if you go to the Instagram page, I mean, it's very different from all the other content. And I was like, wow, the visuals is basically infographics to answer questions like, why do I feel so blue on my birthday? I suck at my hobby. Does that mean I should quit? And you see a lot of that content around, but this one, the visuals are like, wow, will we ever be able to own a home? So it's Singapore-centric also. But the visuals are very beautiful. And I never knew of this, Rebranded.fyi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do animations, they do infographics and all. And I'm like, whoa, this is damn cool, man.
On Instagram?
Instagram, yeah.
I see.
Ribbit, like a frog ribbits. Rebranded.fyi.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's my One Shiok Thing. You?
My One Shiok Thing is yet another Red Bull video, a Red Bull stunt video. I think Red Bull is becoming the new standard for extreme stunts already. Right?
But they've always done that.
But now it's at an increasing pace, and I think Mr. Beast and Red Bull seem to be competing for the most outlandish stunts that you can make. But the one that I saw recently was the most extreme flying obstacle course humans have ever attempted. And it's just a video about aerial athletes and pilots. They make an obstacle course in the sky, and these Red Bull aerial athletes are wearing wingsuits. That's what they call, flying through these obstacles, and eventually, I mean, just spoiler alert, they land in the water on jet skis lah. So it's just kind of, the whole thing is just ridiculous, and like it's actually a really long thing. It's like 12 minutes long, 12 minutes of non-stop aerial stunts. So if you got 12 minutes to just watch people do crazy stuff, this is pretty cool.
And the rings in midair are being held up by people who are parachuting.
Yeah. Basically, the obstacles are being held up by other skydivers, and then these aerial athletes are wearing wingsuits and flying through these obstacles. It's extreme lah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And they I think they did it in Dubai, so it's also I guess it's like a tourism ad for Dubai, because like, you know, they have to fly through like the Dubai cityscape as well.
But then they land in like snow-capped areas.
Snow-capped areas?
Yeah.
As in, maybe they're snow-capped areas. Which snow-capped areas? There's land in water by the end.
No, that is but.
Oh yeah. Maybe it's the top of some big mountain or something. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's those who haven't seen it. Yeah, launched. They launched a set of like these wingsuiters. They literally launched them off a mountain cliff as well. So Harish is asking, why is the mountain cliff have snow? But maybe it's a very, very high peak or something that is cold.
Near Dubai.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm very disappointed it was AI.
But Red Bull really quite legit. Oh, but I think it's multiple cuts lah, because they finish when it's dark lah.
No lah. Yeah, there's no way that it's like one take lah. I mean, but even then, it's still pretty insane lah. Yeah.
What the hell, man?
Yeah. So I don't know where these budgets are coming from for Red Bull to do this. So because this looks insane.
I mean, always curious, like Red Bull. I mean, people know them and you hear Red Bull content. I mean, their YouTube channel is huge lah, but I guess it's subtle marketing lah.
Yeah. I mean, I can totally buy like them sending one guy to Everest and then getting him to ski down the slope. But this one looked like NDP on steroids lah, basically.
NDP on steroids.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the NDP WhatsApp group? They're like, hey, this one can do next year. People are like, oh shit!
This will make the career of some colonel somewhere.
Oh, but I mean, quite on brand lah. They ends off with gives you wings. Wow.
True. Yeah.
Wow, solid.
Well, nice.
But yeah.
But yes, man. Our last dispatch before we go to the UK.
Last dispatch, correct. But yeah, so remember, follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, Telegram, especially this week, because we're going to be posting so much shit. If you want to get our weekly newsletter, you can sign up for your little bit at 𝗷𝗵𝗪𝗏.com. And if you want to get merch and check out whatever else we spoke about, you can check the links in the show notes.
And if you want to work with us, email us at contact@ministryoffunny.com or on the contact us page on ministryoffunny.com.
All right, thanks everybody, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Next time will be from the UK.
Oh yeah, what did they say in the UK to say bye? Not see you, mate.
But top what they
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Oh my god! All right, Toodaloo.
Peace.